So we are here. Here is here, not there. Here is Ras Al Khaimah.
Yeah.
Ras Al Khaimah is one of the Emirates that make up the United Arab Emirates. We are sitting in the offices of RAKEZ, Ras Al Khaimah Economic Zone. Ras Al Khaimah Economic Zone is a licensing authority and a free zone within the Emirates of Ras Al Khaimah. There are different business licenses you can get. If you're in a free zone and you're commodity trading and you're bringing in goods and then shipping out goods that don't cross into the country. So I think there are some duties benefits there as well. And there were much bigger or more obvious benefits up until about 2-3 years ago, where an expat wasn't able to have full ownership of a business on mainland, only in a free zone. So that was the most obvious benefit. The lines are a bit blurred. I'm not a licensing specialist, but yeah, there are the two different types of businesses that you can have.
Okay, but you are a specialist in AI content, well, the pair of you are. You joined us in FESPA Middle East back in January. You are the ChatGCC residents, should we say, AI consultants, experts, gurus. What were you doing here today? Because I overheard and saw some clips of you two standing in front of a group of people here in RAKEZ. What were you talking about today?
So we recently signed a partnership. So Kashima and RAKEZ have signed a partnership around value-added services. So these are services that RAKEZ will offer to their customers. And for us, it's around AI consulting, AI enablement. And we would go in and deliver these services to the clients of RAKEZ. It's a very, very good partnership for us, as RAKEZ being one of the leading economic zones in the region. Very, very good partnership for RAKEZ, where they're able to show that they're offering more and more services to their customers, to their clients, to people who want to set up companies here, apart from just the kind of basic licensing, visas, and land and leasing. But particularly what we're doing today, so today's session was all focused around SMEs and AI. So what can small, medium enterprises do with artificial intelligence? How do they begin their adoption journey? And what is in it for them that allows them to start today and continue on that growth and trajectory of transforming their business?
Okay, so that's really interesting. So small, medium enterprises, let's cast our minds back to the AI Lab back in January. The pair of you were really bringing home some core messages for how using AI correctly can help you or help anyone. Give me some examples. Don't give too much away, because this is paid for information, obviously, but give us a little bit of an example how you can use AI if you are a small or medium enterprise and what the benefits are.
One of the examples we gave was in a workflow. So a load of processes using artificial intelligence, working with artificial intelligence at each of those steps. Imagine you're working, one of the hats you're wearing as SME is sales. You have some interest from a new prospect. So you can use artificial intelligence to do some research about that organization, about the individuals that you're meeting. You can then use that research to contextualize or make resonate better a presentation that you're presenting to them. You can then use artificial intelligence to draft follow-up emails to them, thank yous, minutes of meetings, all contextualized with the research, with the presentation, with the information that you've got from those individuals or on those individuals, and from minutes that you've got from that meeting. So a lot of people will think about using AI for drafting emails. Yeah, it's great, saves me half an hour, 2 hours a day, because I'm no longer thinking about how to draft my emails. But then to do research might be another hour, might be another half an hour to do research. To create a presentation might take an hour. So today what we did is we gave some examples of different flows using tools at various different stages to help in day-to-day.
Okay. And when will you, Kashima, Carlo, Rob, be back here in RAKEZ?
At the moment, we're actually back on Thursday.
Two days
time. We have another session booked in for Thursday.
Who's it with?
That is with the industrial customers of Ras Al Khaimah. So very, very different audience. So we're not talking the small, medium here. We're talking here the the larger kind of 500, 600, 700, 1,000 employee plus organizations. But for us, the thought process and the concept of how you should be looking and adopting AI is the same. Start with your key processes. I'm going to hate that, sorry. The concept is going to be the same. It's identify the right areas to work at, identify the areas which are your highly repetitive, highly administrative, in essence, those kind of boring workflows.
Yeah.
And they're a great area in which to look at seeing how can AI help me speed up these workflows, help me make them more efficient. But also from an employee perspective, how can AI turn these workflows into something that allows my employees to be more creative and allows them to bring the elements to the job of what we actually hired them for, not following the standard administrative process.
You're listening to the ChatGCC Podcast with me, Richard Askham. Currently not sponsored, but there is an opportunity there if you'd like to get in touch.
And if anybody wants to get in touch with you guys, we'll share the information on the screen now, or look below in the description. And is there anything new or anything you guys want to share that you're seeing right now in terms of trends, apart from these toys that are being made?
So one of the ones that I like that we're beginning to see, it's something Carl and I've been talking around pretty much since we started Kashima, is there is no silver bullet. And the hype around AI adoption, what it can do for you is absolutely massive. But we're beginning to see people start paying less attention to the hype. We're beginning to see people start getting frustrated by the hype because they go to events like this and it's just more hype and it's more high level theory. And they're now beginning to challenge people like ourselves, but also the industry leaders in this space, the people who are developing these technologies, going, okay, but what's it actually do for me? Start talking to me about use cases that are relevant for my business, my workflow. And it's great to see that. It's great to see that that the space is beginning to mature, and that also people are beginning to put more emphasis on, I want to know how this helps me and my organization. I don't want to know more about the hype. It's time for AI to kind of get out of the hype and start actually delivering on some of the promises that have been there. That's the one I like the most.
That's a great message, yeah. I was just going to summarise that, but go on, Carla. I think you're going to add to that.
I'm going to add to that. So everyone's seen online people creating these action figures of themselves, packaged in some nice plastic. I've seen a new one yesterday, and that is Pokémon cards.
Hey.
So people are now using ChatGPT to create Pokémon cards of themselves. And actually, I've got an idea. I want to create a new trend. I want to create top trump cards. So Rob's going to be the first one. And I don't know what the criteria is going to be, but it's definitely going to be, you will score higher on technical than I will, for sure. But I've got to save some higher numbers for me.
Be a low number,
Yeah.
relatively.
Yeah, I'm going to challenge that point slightly.
Go on.
Well, working in the print industry, we worked with Top Trumps 10 years ago, making personalised Top Trumps cards. Now, the only difference here is obviously AI is probably creating the card and the backdrop and the design, but obviously we'd create the template and then you'd fill out the stats and everything. So I think going back to Rob's point, and this is an opinion and not fact, obviously you guys are the experts, something we're hearing is that people want tangible results from AI now. They don't want, and I'm gonna quote people, fluff, marketing BS, trends, and these things are great and it's fun for awareness, but one of the things that attracted me to what you guys do is you bring value to every department, to every team, to every business. And I think that's something that sort of key message to what you've said there, Rob. Carlo, nice idea of the Top Trumps. They're a great product. And if you're of a certain age, then you'll remember them. I had tanks and sports cars and all sorts back in the day. But
You had, I still got.
You still got them?
Yeah, I just moved house.
Yeah.
And I found an unopened pack of Formula One Top Trumps. Won't surprise anyone here.
Formula One, no. But going off on a bit of a tangent here, do you not think that some of these things were already thought about, have already been around? AI is just now making it an enabler to do certain things that we used to have to use a lot of software for or industrial machinery for.
Where do we want to start on that, Chris? Like one of the things that we talk a lot to customers around is concepts. So break it down to a conceptual level. And one of the ways that innovation gets driven across different functions of an organization is looking at other functions, looking at what they're doing at a conceptual level, how they're executing in some of their the business operations at a conceptual level, and then applying that to what you're doing inside in your own business function. That's how a lot of innovation gets driven. If you want to innovate a print industry, you don't go and bring in a load of experts who've been in the print industry for 30 years, because what they understand is how the print industry works today.
Yeah.
You want true innovation, you bring in people from the outside who don't know how the industry works, and they start looking at it at a conceptual level. And a lot of the time then in that scenario, they're able to apply ideas and solutions to problems where at a conceptual level, that solution has already existed for years. It's already been around. It just hasn't been applied in that domain or in that specific use case. And that's exactly what you're talking about.
And you're also bringing speed as well, aren't you? That's what you guys are doing really, because through your efficiencies, you're buying back time, which is something that anyone in software automation tries to do. They want to reduce touch points and buy back time. When I listen to some of your content, you're all about saving an hour here, an hour there, 1%, 1%. They add up, and then before you know it, the employee's got a day back in a month. That's what you guys are all about, isn't it? It's speed and efficiency.
Time is the one resource that we can't create. We can't get back. But what you can do is you can be efficient with how you use it so that you effectively create time. And that time can be used to do more, or it can be used to be more, do more work, be more creative, relax more. I mean, I had a conversation earlier. I don't know how the topic came up, lunch breaks. I'm like, well, I haven't taken a lunch break. I haven't taken a lunch break for 10 years or something. Actually, when you start looking at the human psychology of working, you need to have 15-minute breaks every couple of hours, to keep yourself on the ball. So if you've got a really stressed out team and you can create time efficiencies, you can give them some relaxation time so they can be on the ball more. So it's all about being more efficient, more effective, working more, doing more with less, but all of that comes to time.
So what you're basically suggesting is that using AI correctly, there's an element of human sustainability as well within the workplace.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, look at burnout. And we're in a region here where people are working 24/7.
Yeah.
So work 27.
Okay. On that bombshell. Thank you, gentlemen. Awesome. Thank you.